How to secure gold in Bamako, Mali, the third largest gold producer in West Africa. Every year, Conakry, Mali, the third largest gold producer in West Africa, they export gold 70.2 tons every year. Mr. Buyer, how long you've been searching for gold? Tell me. Why until now you cannot find a real supplier? I know you were been floating around. I know you went to Africa, particularly in Ghana. I know you went to Kenya. You went to Angola. You went to Kampala. You went to Nairobi. What happened? You were burned out, isn't it? And you were being scammed. Now, I'm refraining using the word scam means you were being cheated by the seller that he offered you a very cheap price. And you were being misled the offer that you were being excited. And you also manipulate the pricing. So, both of you, buyers and seller, are cheating each other. Now, forget about Ghana. I'm talking about how are you able to get a real supplier in Bamako, Mali. Now, I know in Bamako, Mali, there's also fake seller. They are all brokers. They are brokering on behalf of the community. Now, they are online everywhere on Facebook. You can see that. But I am here to educate you. I know you were looking for cheap price, right? But gold in Africa is not really cheap because there is a value added tax on that. Now, Mr. Buyer, Wilhelmina is in front of you. Wilhelmina is a marketing consultant of the seller. Wilhelmina was been hired by a real seller that have mining license, have an export license. So you are dealing directly to us. You are dealing directly to Wilhelmina. Now, Wilhelmina's position is a facilitator on your behalf at the same time. Wilhelmina is a mandate of the seller, Bamako, Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. Now, I'm talking about how you are able to secure gold in Bamako, Mali, the third largest gold producer in West Africa. Now, Wilhelmina based in Australia. I'm based in Brisbane, Queensland, and I am the extension Online Digital. For short, I'm Online Call Center. Everybody come to Wilhelmina looking for gold because Wilhelmina is the only person who brought this on social media. Wilhelmina is the one who introduced this because Africa is behind. And you were being misled already. So I don't want you to repeat again. I've been to Ghana, Mr. Buyer, but forget about Ghana. Because I fired all of my sellers in Ghana. They are all devious. And Ghana is short supply. They bring the gold from Cameroon to Mali, from Sierra Leone, from Conakry, Guinea. So I'm not going to encourage you to travel to Ghana. This video is how you are able to secure gold in Bamako, Mali. Mali is the country. Bamako is the city. Now you are buying, excuse me, you are buying direct to us. Wilhelmina is your business facilitator. Wilhelmina is the marketing consultant of the seller in Bamako. Now, Wilhelmina handle different seller. I am explaining here for Bamako only. Now, in Bamako, there are so many foreigners. There are so many companies there who mine the gold. Mining company based in Bamako, Mali. Italian group of company is in Bamako, Mali. They are positioning themselves. Indians, Pakistani, Americans, Germans, and Australian. They are a big company. They are positioning themselves to mine the gold because the government give them incentive for investment. They are investors in the country. But you are a small trader, buy and sell. And you are buying gold to make into different uses. You have a customer, you buy, you travel, you're a trader. But as a being a trader, if you don't have capital, how are you able to get a profit? How are you able to get the supply if you don't have capital? Now, Mr. Buyer, our full corporate offer is already in front of you. Now, the reason why I specify for Bamako, Mali is very clear, Mr. Buyer. Very, very clear. If you are not paying attention, reading the full corporate offer, Click below, subscribe on YouTube. You will see the full corporate offer. You will see my main virtual page on Facebook. You will see it's very, very extensive. Now, I'm going to summarize very clearly because I have so many buyers queuing on my WhatsApp and on my Skype. Mr. Buyer, tell me, what are you looking for? Are you a buyer or are you a time waster? Being a buyer, Mr. Buyer, you need to have a capital, isn't it? In order for you to get the profit. And the gold will not come to you. We don't bring the gold to your destination until you introduce yourself who you are. Until you convince us that you are really a buyer. Now, our full corporate offer is already in front of you. Click below, subscribe, then you will see the full corporate offer called F.C.O. Now, after you read the F.C.O., then that's the time you come to Wilhelmina, send a letter of intent to buy coming from you, not from the broker. Because I'm not dealing broker. I'm not. I am dealing direct to you as a buyer. I am helping you to facilitate. I am helping you to recover your losses. I am. Now, Mr. Buyer, we don't bring gold to your destination. We don't bring gold to the airport of your destination. Maybe you're a criminal. In this business, Mr. Buyer, there are so many criminals using this gold to launder it. There are so many criminals using gold to launder gold. Their money is dirty, especially if you're going to ask me, bring the gold to the airport. I start to wonder, you're a criminal, you're a thief. Because a real buyer, he will send a letter of intent to buy. Coming from you as a buyer, company letterhead. Address, telephone number, the refinery address, very, very important. Who is going to receive the gold? So you need to specify who is your refinery to receive the gold and how many quantity you are looking for. What carat are you looking for? Is this a short term or long term? Now, Mr. Buyer, I'm not going to elaborate because I know you are a businessman. I know you've been floating around. I know that. Now, this gold business is for you if you have the capital. Our selling price is LMA, based on the world market today. So figure out, Mr. Buyer. I want you to read. I want you to digest it properly. When you are ready, you come to Wilhelmina. And then let's talk business properly. Does that make sense now, Mr. Buyer? This gold business, Mr. Buyer, in Africa is not for C.I.F. Cost, insurance, and freight. No, you have to pay the cost, insurance, and freight. You have to pay the gold first. You pay the gold, then you test it to DNGM in Mali, the government refinery, in order for you to get the assay report. When you get the assay report, that is the time you transfer the payment based on your contract. So, Mr. Buyer, we don't ask you upfront. We don't. There is no upfront here. You place your order, how many quantity. You may, after you read this full corporate offer in front of you, click below. It says everything. So you don't need to say, well, Amina, send me an F.C.O. My answer is, you go back and read because the F.C.O. is in front of you. So, Mr. Buyer, let's talk about business properly. You're a businessman. You have been burned out before. So you have been burned out. I can assure you, you will get the gold, provided you follow the golden rules of my seller in Bamako, Mali. My seller in Bamako, Mali has been in gold business generation to generation, belong to his family. And he has an office. You don't need to come to the hotel. The gold will not come to the hotel. You come to the office based on your order. Now, let's talk about how you are able to secure. So, you have to send a letter of intent coming from you that you're a businessman. There, Wilhelmina, I've been searching for gold for 1 year. My gosh, I haven't seen the real seller like you do. And you are the only person who provide vital information. Congratulations that you found Wilhelmina. Now, so after you read on the full corporate offer that I have presented to you below, click below, then you come to Wilhelmina. You state that Carats, the purity, the destination, the refinery address of your destination. The mode of payment, Mr. Buyer, is very, very important. This is not C.I.F. This is not LC. This is not standard letter of credit. This is not escrow. This is F.O.B, bank-to-bank, cash, bank-to-bank. Now, Mr. Buyer, I know you're hesitant to deal with African. You are hesitant because you have been burned out, isn't it? 98% of gold and diamond coming from Africa, you must remember. In this world, there are two kinds of people, good and bad. Maybe you are one of the scammer. Why? You're asking for cheap price. Gold has the face value. Now look at on the world market. The world is on panic right now and short supply. We are in control. My seller exported gold 70.2 tons of gold every year. Don't you know, Mr. Buyer, Italian group of company is in Bamako, Mali. They're positioning themselves to get the gold and ship it to Italy because the central bank needs gold. Don't you know that Australian mining company from Perth is in Bamako, Mali, mining gold in order to get gold to bring it to Australia because they have an investors. The company has an investors. So you will not get the gold from them. You are getting gold from us. Because those big company that mining gold, they are already pre-sold because they have the investor. The investor invest money into the company in return of exchange of gold. Does that make sense, Mr. Buyer? Now you are a small trader, buy and sell. You have a very limited cash. I can understand that. You're asking us to bring gold in Hong Kong. You're asking us to bring gold to Dubai. You're asking us to bring gold to your destination. It wouldn't work at all. This is cash, Mr. Buyer. Now you're going to say, oh, I want to buy gold, no upfront payment. No, we don't ask you upfront. You have not seen the gold. So why are we going to ask you upfront? You have to place your order. How many quantity? Then we will reserve your order. Then you're going to say, well, Amina, send me the SKR. No, we don't give you SKR. The SKR is no longer provided. It's obsolete. My seller would not put his gold into the security company. Why? It costs money. $100 a day. The security company charged my seller. So my seller is keeping his gold to his private safekeeping. When you make an order, then the seller will take the gold out of his private security safekeeping and he will bring that into the office, ready for you to arrive. Let's say 20, 50, or 100, or 10 kilos. So the gold has been reserved prior to your arrival. Now, before you arrive, Mr. Buyer, you already read the full corporate offer, right? So now it's about time for you to send a letter of intent to buy. Dear Wilhelmina, I've been watching your video on YouTube and on Facebook. I've been searching for gold for many months. I've been frustrated. Congratulations, you have been frustrated. Why? Maybe you don't have the money. Maybe you're asking for C.I.F. That is why you've been frustrated. Now be straightforward, Mr. Buyer. I would like to encourage you to start a trial. You start 10 kilos to start with. Then you build your credibility to us. I'm not a broker, Mr. Buyer, because if I'm a broker, I'm floating around searching for you. No, you are searching for me. I am here in front of you talking to offer you our products. I am offering you now. So you don't need to deal with broker to broker, Mr. Buyer. You don't. You found this beautiful lady based in Australia. I am the mandate of the seller. At the same time, I am your facilitator. So you don't need broker. You don't. We are now in the social media. So I am offering you that we are the main supplier. I work for the seller, Mr. Buyer. I do. I handle Bamako, Mali. I handle Conakry, Guinea. I handle Sierra Leone. Now this video is for Bamako, Mali. Now, Mr. Buyer, I know you've been burned out. Now I have an option for you. Now you're going to ask, well, let me know, what is your selling price? That is a very good question. You've been searching gold. You should know the price of the world market. The world is on panic right now because of the scarcity of supply. They're saying in economics, supply and demand determine the price. Now, you've been dealing with so many joker broker, Mr. Buyer, isn't it? Many brokers floating around asking for asking for how much commission. Mr. Buyer, if you are dealing with so many brokers, you have to pay. You are entitled to pay your broker. Because once we give you a discount, we don't pay double commission. We don't. My seller hired me to market. Of course, my seller is paying my works. Of course. Do you think I'm going to work for free? No. I am giving you for free at the moment. Now, when you travel, okay, our selling price, Mr. Buyer, I mentioned that on every video. Less 5% based on the world market, based on LMA, 5%. Now, you're looking for gold bullion. No, we don't sell gold bullion. Gold bullion is already refined. So you can buy that to the bank with the serial number, or you can buy that to the refinery, 1.5% discount. Which one you like? You are buying a Dore bar unrefined, or you buy refined, 24 carats. Now, our gold can be refined into 24 carats. This is unrefined. This is Dore bar you are buying. Now, our gold, the carats is 23. It says 22.54, that is 23 in return on the final, 23 plus. The purity from, don't mislead yourself. It is from. Do you understand what is from? 94, 95, 96. It varies from bar to bar. That is why you taste the gold in order to get the assay report. Does that make sense? Now, you get the assay report based on the contract, because we do the contract first prior to your arrival. So, we invite you. We give you we issue the landing visa for you as a company guest based on your order. So your order has been reserved waiting for you. So the gold has to be tested at the DNGM. There's a cost of $100 per kilo out of 10 kilos. Multiply that on 100 kilos times 10. You figure out. Now, our selling price is less 5%, right? Now, I have a very good incentives for you. You have been burned out, right? And you're scared to travel. This is a challenge. I will travel with you in order to assist you to get the real supplier. Now, my extra service is not for free anymore. I've given you the free information. I explained it thoroughly in front of you. But when I travel together with you so that you will not be duped again, yes, I do charge my travel cost. Yes. You're going to say, well, Amina, why are you going to charge me your travel cost? That is a very good question. Right, okay. You come to Alamina, you read the full corporate offer, so therefore you're a businessman, right? You don't need my extra service if you don't like it. Okay? You travel by yourself, and I will arrange the landing visa and I will monitor your movement. That is 5%. Now, when I travel with you, I already asked my seller that when the buyer travel with me, because I'm going to charge my travel cost, airfare, hotel accommodation, spending money, and food, then we will give you 3% extra, in total of 8%. Which one you like, 5% or 8%? Now, the $10,000 I'm charging you, it covers on the 3%. Already you are a winner. You are already a winner. Why? First of all, you will not be duped. Wilhelmina is be with you. Wilhelmina will assist you. Wilhelmina would be with you for 9 days. Because to stay in Africa, you have to stay 9 days. Why? Your payment must be bank to bank, from your bank end, from your end to the correspondence bank. Then correspondence bank go to the central bank. To the central bank to the headquarters. Then the headquarters to the seller's bank account. So it takes 3 to 5 working days. It depends on the time difference from your end, because we have a time difference. So minimum 3 or maximum 5 days. So after your payment will be cleared from my seller's bank account, then the seller will start to process export documentation. Invoice. You will be given an invoice, as a report, attestation, the gold is free of illegal activities. The ownership that you pay the gold, custom clearance, airway bill, shipping cost, insurance. That is how you're gonna get it. Now, there is no upfront here. We don't ask you upfront. You have to place your order. You will be invited. You will see what you are buying first. When you're happy, you proceed. If you're not happy, don't proceed. Now, let's talk about my extra service. You have an option. Remember, I mentioned that to you. If I travel with you to assist you, because you are a stranger on that country, I've been to Africa, Mr. Bayo, I know my seller. Then you feel comfortable. When you are on the ground, I might pressure my seller to give you more discount because you want to get the profit. But you don't need to deal with broker to broker because I don't deal broker. Now, if you are dealing with your buyer's mandate, you are obliged to pay your mandate. We are not obliged to pay anyone because my seller hired me. That is why I put everything online. I am the mandate of the seller, and I have the power to reject you as well. Because I am the gateway. You come to Wilhelmina because you saw Wilhelmina on YouTube. You saw Wilhelmina on Facebook. So I'm explaining here on how to secure gold properly in Bamako, Mali. So you read the full corporate offer in front of you. When you're ready, you come on Skype. You come on WhatsApp conference. You ask many questions. So when you come to Wilhelmina, meaning to say you fully understood. Because when you come on conference with me on WhatsApp and Skype, my question is, Mr. Buyer, how did you find Wilhelmina? Wilhelmina, I saw you on YouTube and Facebook, okay? What did you learn out of my video? Because the full corporate offer is in front of you. Click below. It is in front of you. So you're going to say, oh, Wilhelmina, send me procedure. Send me an F.C.O. Then I start to wonder. You're not reading properly. Because F.C.O. is in front of you. So therefore, I'm going to tell you, go back and read. Simple as that. To cut short, go back and read. So when you come back to Wilhelmina, then you send me a letter of intent to buy. Dear Wilhelmina, I am decided to buy now. This is my order, Wilhelmina. I am Mr. So-and-so, my address, my telephone number, etc., etc. I want 10 or 20 kilos, Wilhelmina. I want the purity and the carats. You have to state that on your letter of intent. On your company letterhead. And then you're going to say, Wilhelmina, I want you to ship the gold to my destination. Which one? Hong Kong, Singapore, United States, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Dubai, Australia, or what destination? So you have to state that on your letter of intent. So then Wilhelmina will review that. When I receive it, I will make a phone calls. Hi, Mr. So-and-so, I received your letter of intent. Okay, the way I look at it, you are qualified because you stated that F.O.B. This is cash bank to bank, F.O.B. So I'm going to start to encourage you to start a trial, which is 10 kilos minimum. It's easy for you. So when you're happy, then you increase your order. A minute you're going to say, well, Amina, 100 kilos, I wouldn't believe it. Why? You don't have cash. Gold is cash you're buying. Don't you know that our selling price is $43,000? Multiply that to 143 million. You don't have to 43 million. Now the price of gold today is 48,500, less 8%. So it's 45, right? But I reduce it to 43 because I am giving you the incentive. Why? You're going to travel with me and you're going to pay my travel cost. You are going to pay my airfare, hotel accommodation, and spending money in order to get the supply. Is that right? So therefore, you have to pay. Only my trip. If you don't want to pay my trip, it's okay. You are not forced to. I will monitor your movement. Now you send me your business license. You send me your proof of fund, the value of 10 kilos. And then your passport copy. Then we will send you cash contract. You will see who is my seller in Bamako, Mali. You will see the mining license. We will attach that on the contract. We will put the export license attached on the contract, and the passport copy of my seller attached on the contract, and the banking details and my passport copy attached on the contract. I will countersign that I am the mandate of the seller. I am not charging you my commission at all. I am only charging my extra service. So which one you like? You are a winner, Mr. Buyer. If I don't travel with you, yeah, we'll give you 5% less. Yeah, then you say, well, Mina, can I bargain? Yeah, there's always room for negotiation. And if you don't like my presence, it's okay. I will monitor your movement. But if there is an issue, Mr. Baya, don't come back to Wilhelmina, because I'm too far to assist you. I'm too far. It's better you take Wilhelmina with you. I will arrive the day before you arrive, so you're gonna feel comfortable. I would be in the airport meeting you. I welcome you on behalf of my seller in Bamako, Mali. My seller will provide me a car and a driver. We will stay in the same hotel, the 5 stars hotel. You're gonna relax. Wilhelmina will look after you. And then I will take you to the office. Then you look at your order, 10 or 20 kilos. So you're happy. You bring your gold taster if you are doubtful. Then you say, okay, Wilhelmina and Mr. Seller, let us proceed to taste the gold. So the seller will hire the armored car, security guard, to bring the gold to DNGM in Bamako, Mali. Now, DNGM is the refinery of the government that's been there for many, many years before the new refinery pop up into Mali. There are 2 refineries, foreign refineries, KMR Marina, but we don't deal KMR and Marina. They are private. That is business. They buy and sell as well. They refine it and they sell it to their own customer. So you are our direct valued customer. So we're gonna assay the gold to do the partial assay in order to see the carats and the purity. That is only partial. So you as a trader, you are going to resell it to your own customer. So the customer of yours will do the assay as well. So that is the reason why you have to tell Wilhelmina what are you intend to buy. Because gold has many uses. Either you're going to make into $1, $2, money that we are using today made of gold. Either you're going to make into jewelry or industrial or medical uses. Spare parts on mobile phone and laptop, there is gold. So you have to tell me what are you intend to buy, so that I would know to position your order, because my seller have no idea what are you looking for. Here's the gold, you pay. But I need to know, I need to help you, so that you will be satisfied with Wilhelmina customer service. You are using my customer service at the same time. You understand what I'm saying now, Mr. Baya? You take time to listen to this video for Bamako, Mali. Read the full corporate offer. Then you come back to Wilhelmina. When you come back, then you are ready to do business with us for Bamako, Mali. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening.